This is ReplicantPhish. Hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Good day. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling well. And in doing so, yes, I hope you felt yourself today. And that goes into today's topic. The topic of relationships are draining. Because they are draining. Relationships are a commitment. It's you committing yourself to another person. And in doing so, you hope the person has committed to you in the same essence. And together you have this bond of a committed relationship. Sounds nice. Makes sense. Okay. But in the process of the give and take of that bond, it's a sense of who's giving more and who's taking more. In other words, who is being filled and, in a sense, fulfilled? Or just the one being chased, if you will? And who is the one filling? Who is the water boy or girl? But who is the water boy? You see, the concept of the table and why men mention it so often is because men know and understand from their young that they have to have a table. It's not a sense of something men say. It's a simple way of explaining, in a sense, the commitment men know they have to have for a woman to even want them. So understand this as well. As men, naturally, we're givers. We give, even to a point of it being subconscious, because that's how we're built. The downside of that is, some men are never told why they should not give, and if they give, why they should have a limit, and what they are losing in giving so much. I am being somewhat vague, so let's get to some meat, some examples. Have you ever seen a man who was very upbeat, very confident, very forward-thinking man? A sort of man that enjoys his masculinity, walks with his chest out. Then one day he meets a woman. Lovely woman, lovely. She's gorgeous, is she not? Yes. But then slowly over time, you notice how the man, in a sense, he starts to wither. No longer is he walking chest out. In a sense, he almost walks with a lurch. He's almost hunched over, chest tucked in, almost as if he's been neutered, almost as if his balls are no longer his. Now, many people see this as normal, standard, it's what you expect because relationships, give and take, blah blah blah, all that crap. All that real crap. But then you have to ask yourself the question, or ask the question, what did that man sacrifice to be that man for her? Because look at who he was before. Look at how he was before. It's not about just what you can see. He may look withered, yes, but wait, there's more. Many things happen behind closed doors, in the intimate moments between a couple. So it's not only the physical damage or withering of that man, it's also the mental. Because understand, that physical appearance may be a result of the crap pushed into his head, into his mind, what he has been programmed with. And some would say that's ridiculous. But some don't understand that a man in love, a man infatuated, a man lost to a woman is a fool of a man. That is a weak man. And some would assume I'm saying loving a woman is a weakness. In a sense, that's what I'm saying. But the full sense is the blindness. The full blindness to the love. It's being so lost to a person that you can't see how this person is damaging you, draining you. How in a sense, because you're trying to do so much, you're almost bleeding out your energy, your essence almost, your life force, draining into the ether through your pores. Almost as if a person, his personality, his being, who he was, has evaporated. That woman must be so hot. She may be hot something. But let's carry on. And the thing about programming and certain narratives is how those social programmings, those damned social narratives that the majority of people follow, how because you think that's the norm, you would follow it even against your better judgment. In other words, you may stay with someone even when you know this person is no good for you, but because many people fear the narrative of being alone, of being single, of being a loner, of having that label, nobody wants you, you're undateable, of falling into those nonsense narratives, programmed, policing other people's narratives that the majority of people follow. And if you don't follow it, then you're weird, aren't you? You're different, you're too different. Get back into the program. Fall back in line. Dust yourself off and find another, because there's no possible way, none at all, that you could be single and content. Understand, there are many a modern narrative that is absolute garbage. It's crap. The shoe does not fit for everyone. Understand what shoe fits and what doesn't. Understand this shoe stinks. Someone else has been wearing this shoe. Smells like many men have expelled a seed in this shoe. No thank you. Probably too much detail, but seriously. See what fits you. What shoe fits you? Ask yourself the real question. Don't follow any narrative, not even any of mine. The point is to understand your own, what makes sense to you and what is good for you. Relationships are a give and take thing, but many men find themselves just giving and giving and giving nowadays. And they find that they're giving so much to women that aren't even humble to what they're getting from these men. And many men see the fact that other men that give women nothing at all are getting the most out of them. So for many men, it doesn't make sense. For many men, it's baffling. And no matter how much you explain it, the reality of it is still baffling for many. Because the overall point is, no matter how much you want someone else, how much you need or think you need someone else, understand another person is out there somewhere. And that's not me saying there's someone for everyone. I'm just saying people are out there. But the point is, many people have not yet found themselves, to let alone seek anyone else out there. Because in not finding yourself and not understanding yourself, that makes you weak to others. Because the thing you think you're lacking, you may assume other people will give it to you. No, they won't. No, they won't. There are many things in life, in this world, you cannot get from anyone else. Do not let the masses fool you to think everything you need is out there. It's from others. Yes, of course, learn from others. Understand, see, observe. But remember to focus on what you're doing, where you're going. To be a complete person, to be whole, is not to have someone else to make you complete. At some point in history, yes, you could say that narrative made sense. Nowadays, it doesn't make sense. For many reasons, that's another video. But the point is, relationships are draining. Because many times as men, we find ourselves just giving and giving and giving. But sometimes what we get back is not enough to even look at, let alone brag about. In many cases, it's far easier to find someone else than it is to find yourself. Because many that have found themselves, they understand their path, their narrative, their route, and why they're not weak to what everyone else thinks and does. In terms of seeking mastery, it does start with understanding whom you're trying to master. Seek the mastery of body, mind, of self, as if you were Shaolin. Focus. Observe. Remember. The world is yours. Have a nice day.